Hey guys, Rye Rice here, and please forgive any grammatical mistakes in this presentation. I just put this together very quickly for you guys, and it's basically my 5 tips, tricks, tactics, and just some darn good insight to selling private label products on Amazon from my personal experience and from conversations with other people who are doing the same thing. So the 5 things we're going to go ahead and give you is how to be efficient with your eBay selling to make sure that your product is actually validated before ordering bulk, or if you're actually going the eBay route versus the Amazon route, making sure that you're getting the most out of your eBay experience. Also, I'm going to share with you a tip that I've used about 2 or 3 times. I kind of use I tread carefully when using this technique, but a technique that I use to get Amazon reviews via eBay. I'm also going to show with you how I've gotten 2 reviews in the past, not with the product that I'm doing now, but in the past using Craigslist. Also, the importance of staying in stock and sharing your mistakes with the group. Okay, so when it comes to eBay, there's just a couple of things I want to briefly touch on. One is use similar titles as those actually selling. So if you have a product and you know that there's other products selling, look at the keywords that they're using in their title, because more than likely people are using those keywords to actually search for the product. So you'll want to actually take that into consideration when you're listing yours. I know it's very simple, but I actually see people not doing this. So definitely important. Make it so easy for people to find your product. Also, test different pictures, such as a cartoon version of the picture versus a more realistic version of the picture. Now, one thing that I did, and I actually got about anywhere from $2 to $3 more that I'm seeing, is actually adding a light border around my picture. And it's a plain white background. It has my photo of the product on there, and then it's like a neon green that I'm putting on there. That has increased the bidding amount. I'm not sure why. I'm thinking that it kind of pops a little bit more, so more eyes are on the product. I'm not very sure, but it's just something that you should consider when listing your eBay product. Also, and I've done this before in the past, way before taking this course just with eBay, period, considering doing a handwritten note when you're shipping your goods and asking for feedback. And I'm not just talking about feedback on eBay, but actually feedback about the product. You'll be surprised what people actually have to say. Not only are they going to tell you the good things, but they're going to tell you the bad things. I actually had one person actually tell me, it's funny, I thought your product wouldn't have XYZ going on with it like the others. That's what I was looking for. And just like that, I knew how to go ahead and adjust my product so that it's more of a winner. So that goes a long way. And if you don't feel like leaving your personal email or your phone number, considering making another email and getting a Google Voice number that forwards to your phone. That way, when you're writing your handwritten note, you have information in there, but it's not necessarily your personal information. Also, one of my favorite tips, and I use to this day, is use the second chance offer to avoid relisting and having to wait the 3 to 5 or 7 days to go ahead and have your auction in. So what I'll do is I'll have a product that wins for like $15, and then if I see that the next person up bid it $14 but didn't win, I'll give them a second chance to buy that product. Now, of course, you're not going to want to do this all the time, because if a product's selling for, around where you want it to be, but then the person afterwards had a significantly lower bid, you definitely don't want to go ahead and undersell your product. So definitely be considerate of what your needs are when using the second chance offer. Now, one thing you want to do, and like I said, I use this just here and there, sprinkles, is actually using eBay to get reviews. So what you will do is you'll actually list the brand version or popular version of the product that you're selling, private label, and then in the description you just ask them, hey, message me if you'd like to get not that specific item free, but the type of item for free. And then that's where you say, hey, shoot me over your email and I'll let you know how to go ahead and get that out to you. And then that's from there, through the email, is where you say, hey, do you use email? I have, a very similar product to, the product that you're trying to buy. I'll be more than happy to give it to you free if you give me an honest review. Now, one thing that I've tried, and actually it takes a little bit more effort, but I like it because I actually get to interact with people, is meeting people on Craigslist. And what I'll do is I'll give away the product. I'll ask them to meet with me, usually at like a coffee shop, somewhere we can sit down, actually have them test out the product while I'm there, and with their smartphone they buy the product using my code and then leave that review right there. or I'll have them, you know, buy the product with a smart code before we leave the house. Now, the only thing with that is if they do it before we leave the house and, you know, I meet with them a couple days later, they're actually going to get 2 products for free. So it really depends on the product as well, because obviously you can't bring a lawnmower, and that's a bad example because no one's selling lawnmowers, but you don't want to bring a lawnmower to Starbucks and say, hey, you know, try this out. That's silly. So, but you get an idea. Play with these ideals. Nothing is set in stone. These are just some things that I've done, and I definitely want you to take it and then make it your own. Now, one important thing, and I've actually talked to other members about it as well, stay in stock with Amazon, guys. Really. It hurts your ratings, it hurts your sales, it'll hurt your feelings in the end if you do not stay in stock. And one thing you want to do is just make sure that when you make your first bulk order, that you get, you know, 50 to 100 units of your product, just depending on what the product is and, you know, how much it costs. And then be very mindful of how much you're selling on average. Literally, guys, I had a 12 unit sale day. One day in my first week. Totally freaking blew my mind. And now I am low on stock. I'm sending more stock in that I had. I had some extra, but now I'm having to reorder, and it's going to take about 20 days. And guys, to be honest, I'm cutting it real short. So avoid it. Don't be like me. Don't be like some other people that have already stated they're having the same problem in the group. Stay in stock. Now, another thing I don't see a lot of people doing, but something that, you know, I can understand because, you know, it's a little embarrassing. Share your mistakes and your concerns. You guys, we have like an array of support from each other, from Will, from everybody. So share your mistakes, your concerns. You never know who is having the same mistake and concern. And just like I'm encouraging you to share your mistakes and concerns, share your advice as well. If you have any good advice, if you have any advice that you've, or just things that you've learned, share it with us. This is what the community is for. You spent, you know, 300, 400, 500, 600, however much you pay for the course. You did not just pay for the information. You paid for a support system that goes so beyond what Will and everyone else, you know, could have charged. So take advantage of that. So I hope that this presentation has been, you know, a helpful one for you. I hope I haven't taken too much of your time. If you have questions, you guys know what to do. Comment below. I'm more than happy to help. And I know that if I can't help, there's some awesome person in this group that will be able to help. So with that, Finn, which is some fancy word for the end. Hope you guys enjoy.